Hey friends, it's Dimitri with Rubashka Streetwear. In front of me here, I have a very popular design from the past, and essentially it's getting retired this year. I just have this one hoodie floating around. I'm sure someone will buy it pretty soon. But I decided that it'd be a great time to make a video about this very specific and nuanced screen printing topic, and that is using black and white ink. So this is the first iteration I did of this design. It just had black and red ink. It didn't have white. And what happened was I released this t-shirt only in white and this heather gray because I knew that the design would not really stand out or work well with a black t-shirt for obvious reasons because there's no base layer of white. Now, I did this in the past, and this is an old t-shirt because when I was starting out, I was keeping profit margins a little bit higher. I did not have a lot of money to get additional screens and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of my t-shirts were just one color or two color prints. But what happened from this was, even though the t-shirt sold really well, I sold out of a lot of these at the time. A lot of people were asking me to make a black hoodie or a black t-shirt. And when you're making any t-shirt design, you want to aim to have a black t-shirt version of this because it's literally the most popular selling kind of streetwear brand item, is just a black t-shirt with a design. So to counteract this, what you want to do with that is you need to make the design have black and white ink if you're trying to make it transferable between both light fabrics and dark fabrics. So again, this design right here with just this black, it would not work on a black colored hoodie or t-shirt like that. It would not come through. All of this black ink would blend in. It might be a little bit difficult for you to tell that right now visually because it has white here. It visually pops out, but just try to imagine this design right now without this white. All this ink would blend in. It would not work out. So that's why it's really, really important. If you're using a design with black ink, you want to have a base layer of white if you want it to be transferable between lighter fabrics and darker fabrics. Now, some designs, you can do something else where you can switch the ink color and get away with this. So in this design, it only has one screen. So I'm only using one color. But the cool thing about this design is that it works well for switching inks, whereas this one would not work as well, and it would be losing a lot of what I'm trying to convey with the image. So if you imagine this white color gone from the background and imagine all of this black white, the image itself, it doesn't really work well for the t-shirt graphic. But some designs do, and this is purely, I think it's an aesthetic and somewhat subjective choice with your artwork. You have to play around with it and see if it will work. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. For this specific example, it does not work really well, and I did try it. I did go on Photoshop and I reversed the image, and it just did not transfer over well if I only was using a single screen. So like for something like this, having two or more screens is definitely essential. By two, I mean just the black and white layers. If you did a design that's black and white, you don't need to have like red or another color if you don't want to. But yeah, but this design turned out really great for a single screen, so I didn't have to use black and white. And as you could tell, it transfers over onto a lighter fabric just as well. So yeah, this is just a quick tip for you guys and something to think about when you're designing. If you want to keep using only one screen or two screens, you got to make sure that your artwork will work for what you're trying to do. If you got any value of this video, or if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.